Welcome back, my luxurious fleet. The 2020 RCF Track Edition was released to the press last night. Let's get into the details. So a lot of details we need to cover here. Let's just start with the styling. The front is more aggressive than it was before. It has bigger front intakes for better air cooling. My guess is mainly for the brake system. A lot of this car has been taken from the GT3 race car, at least a lot of its design cues and styling. Carbon fiber, of course, is going to be taken a lot from that as well. So the carbon fiber front splitter and carbon fiber roof and carbon fiber hood and spoiler and side skirts and rear diffuser. So there's carbon fiber everywhere, and I didn't even mention the inside. So that is a big difference between this car and the previous version. This car is 176 pounds lighter than the 2019 RCF. It has 19-inch BBS wheels, which are ultra lightweight, they claim, and they're derived from the GT3 race car. The tires are specifically made from Michelin, and they're called Pilot Sport 4S Custom. I don't know anything about tires, so Pilot Sport 4S tires. Side skirts now have carbon fiber on them. That is a big difference. The brakes are largely different. The brakes here, and I'm just going to try to pull up a picture while I'm talking about it. The brakes are carbon ceramic, and these are derived directly from the LFA supercar. So super exciting. I've never seen anything like this on a non-LFA, obviously, before. Titanium exhaust. Let's pull up these exhaust tips. These exhaust tips, as you can see, they're kind of they're like a glowing blue is the best way I can call it. Looks like they've been tainted by flames. So cool little touch there. I think it looks great. There's 5 more horsepower in this car. So Lexus teased that this would be the second most powerful Lexus ever. And I wish they wouldn't have said that, because it's just like a ridiculous amount of hype that we got going for this car. I was expecting maybe them to shoot for 500 horsepower. No, they didn't. They shot for 1 more horsepower than the LC 500. A little bit disappointing. But does this car really need more horsepower? Some people will say it will, but most people want this car because of the looks and because of the naturally aspirated V8, and there's only so much power you can get out of a natty aspirated engine. Has a little bit more torque, 6 more foot-pounds of torque, and that brings it up to 396. Has a higher final drive ratio, 3.13 as opposed to the previous one, which was 2.93. 0 to 60. Now this is where most people I guess get super excited. So the 0 to 60 is below 4 seconds. This is the first Lexus car other than the LFA to be able to do that. 3.9 seconds. They didn't make it by much, but they got sub 4 seconds, 0 to 60. Great job. So they lightweight is a part of it, a little bit more horsepower, more aggressive gearing is the biggest reason for this. And they said they revised the launch control. Let's get into the interior. The interior is circuit red. They have circuit red in a lot of their other vehicles, like the UX and the ES F Sports, for example. So what they did here is very similar to what you see in the LC 500 performance package, which I covered a few like last week sometime. So these seats are the same seats that we saw in the 10th anniversary edition of the 2019 RCF. However, these seats in the middle are Alcantara, which I think they are as well in the the special edition. So you have Alcantara here in the middle, and they're the exact same seats other than that. Steering wheel is the same. You have red down here. Now, I think this red interior is the only interior you have if you want the track edition. If you want the normal 2020 RCF, you're going to have your pick of probably 3 or 4 different interiors, black being one of them. The bespoke white would be really cool if they did that. And maybe a toasted caramel or some sort of version of that as well. So there is no wood in this car. You have these aluminum swords here that you see in the F Sport version of the regular RC. So there also are red carbon fiber inserts throughout the vehicle and on the interior. I don't know if I can pull it up, if I have a picture good enough. Here, you can kind of see here in the back, on the 20th anniversary edition, they had blue carbon fiber. This is red interlaced carbon fiber here on the little trim that encloses the window switches and the mirrors. I don't know if there's any other carbon. Oh, there is right here. If I can show it to you better. Right here, this also will have the red carbon fiber interlacing. This armrest is carbon fiber as well, which I think is also in the 2019 RC 10th anniversary edition. You get two colors with this car. You get the Nebula matte gray, which I'll show you. Beautiful color. That is the same color as that you saw in the 2019 RCF 10th anniversary edition, as well as the GSF 10th anniversary edition. Now, you also can get this car in this color, which is the ultra white. I don't know how I feel about this, because I think this, in my opinion, this looks amazing. Some people call it gunmetal gray, a matte gray. I think it looks really, really good. However, the manual there's a manual that comes with this paint color that we have with the 10th anniversary edition, and you can't even wash it with soap. It's very, very, very high maintenance paint. Whereas this, I don't think it looks as good, but you wouldn't have to worry about the paint nearly as much because it's, you have a glossy coat over it. It's protected by that. If I were getting this car, I'd probably go with the ultra white, even though I don't like how it looks in comparison to this one over here. But let me know what you guys think. Would you like the ultra white one, or would you prefer this Nebula gray one here? And we also got some pictures of the non-track edition. So this is arguably more entertaining to me, because it looks like the non-track edition also gets the carbon fiber insert here at the bottom. It also gets the carbon fiber side skirt. From the picture, it's kind of hard to tell. It doesn't get the carbon fiber rear spoiler, and this particular one probably has a performance package which is going to include the carbon fiber top side. So maybe this one is loaded with optional things. I don't know if this is standard. All these carbon fiber things could be optional, as in they are included in the performance package of this car, whereas this one obviously comes standard. But now that I'm thinking about it, my guess is that it comes standard, because the performance package of the LC500, there's different packages to that car, and the main reason because it's trying to hit lots of different people's choices. Whereas this car, it has pretty much one focus, and that's to be the ultra performance edition of the RC. So my guess is that's going to keep the carbon fiber as standard on the non-track edition as well. But we kind of have to wait to find out. So the good news, this goes on sale in April 2019. I don't know if our dealership is going to get one of these. I have a birthday breakfast today with the vice president of my dealership. So I'm going to ask him about this car, if we're going to get a track edition, because I'd love to be able to show you some really, really good video on it. Maybe not review it because it's a very limited production car. If we get this car, it's probably just going to sit on our turntable. But it's going to be also limited to 60 units only. And from what I hear is that they're going to continue making it every year, at least for the foreseeable future, right? So that's really, really encouraging. Whereas the 10th anniversary edition, they made 240 and that was it. Right? It's a 10th anniversary. You can't have an 11th anniversary. That'd be lame. So this one, we're going to see it continue in production. It's just really low volume. Price was not announced. My guess is the price is going to be around $80,000, just like the 10th anniversary edition of the RC was as well. Let me know what you guys think. It's a beautiful car. I think they did a really good job with the styling. Some things I would like to see that are different. The 500 horsepower would have been really nice, and maybe, like a wide body kit, but that's asking a little too much. It's a little too much. It's a lot faster. It's lighter. They geared it better, and the materials on the car are far better than the normal RCF, at least the outgoing one. So we'll see you in the comments below, and until next time, peace.